So you guys, today is not going to be too much of a long live. I'm out and about running some errands today, but I thought I'd come out and family, what's going on, family? How's everybody doing today? Hope all is well. You guys are having a nice Sunday. It's a breezy day. It's a beautiful day. So I'm just grateful to be here with you all. Really excited. So you guys, I just wanted to chat a little bit about some things that I was dealing with, and I thought maybe it can help somebody on their recovery process as far as healing after narcissistic abuse. So what's going on, Jaleesa girl? Sorry about that, y'all. I had a little thing right there. Y'all know how that be when you getting on live. You gotta make sure you're good. But yeah, you guys, I was thinking about practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude after narcissistic abuse. I know that sounds so cliche, right? You're like, yeah. But it's really true. I think that it definitely can help, especially after you've been through an abusive situation with a narcissist, or it could be anything, to be honest. It could be any sort of situation, but I was thinking specifically about narcissistic abuse because that's actually something that I have gone through myself, and I know others that have done the same. Jaleesa, how's your Sunday? Happy Sunday, and happy birthday to all of the Tauruses. It is Taurus season, so shout out to the Taurus gang. But yes, I was thinking about that just because you guys know, like, when you're on your path to healing and recovery, and you deal with a lot of stuff, you have a lot of thoughts on your mind, and you try to be grateful or try to see the good or what you can be thankful for in the situation. And I know sometimes you may not want to think about that, or that might not come in your mind at first. You might be like, well, man, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. I was abused, I was, tortured basically, or I was bullied and I was stalked, or whatever the case may be. And you may not be trying to think about what you can be grateful for, but I think that it's actually really good as far as healing, because, when you can be grateful for what you already have, and I feel like that can kind of help you to have some peace in the moment. The wind is blowing, y'all. It can help you to kind of like probably calm your mind a little bit. It can kind of ease the stress. It can ease the anxiety. It can ease, the thoughts of like trying to rush the recovery process, and you can just be more patient with yourself and the situation, and not take things so personal, right? And just be like, you know what, this did happen to me, but it could be worse, and I'm grateful for this in my life. You get what I'm saying? And it could be like little stuff. You can be like, I'm grateful that I'm breathing. I'm grateful that I can see, I can hear, I can walk. I can hear, I can do things on my own. I can get around. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that can really help with your mood, especially like if you're a moody person, or maybe you might be feeling angry, or you might be feeling upset and stuff. I find that practicing gratitude really helps shifts your mood, for sure. I find that that's helped me. I definitely have been practicing more gratitude, and I find that does help a lot. Do you guys practice gratitude? Let me know. I would love to know what you guys think about that. And you said it's your son's birthday was yesterday. He's 14. Happy birthday to Jaleesa's son. You got a Taurus, Jaleesa? How many Tauruses do you got? Do you got one Taurus, or do you got two Tauruses? How many Tauruses do you have? So that's cool. But I know you, Jaleesa, you said that you're an Aries. So that's nice to know. I know you're an Aries gang. So that's cool. What was I going to say? So, yeah, guys, I was just thinking about that. And also, I was thinking about God, too. Y'all know it is Sunday. Y'all know I'm not a preacher, but y'all know I talk about God. But because I really find that he really does love us, you guys, and he really does care. Like, if you're on the good side and, God really, he favors you, and, you have like God's protection, because God does not love everybody. Let's make that clear, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, God is this happy-go-lucky person. God can be that type of God, but God also hates. God also takes vengeance, right? God is a God of, justice, right? And he, is always delivering just as it needs to be delivered. You get what I'm saying? So don't think God is a little soft God. I just be like, oh, I'm just loving. No. That's not how God works, right? Trust me. I've seen God give life, and I've seen God take somebody's life. So it's no joke when it comes to dealing with God, right? But Jaleesa, you said just one. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So yeah, and y'all in the room, let me know. Do you guys practice gratitude? Do you guys have a relationship with God? And if so, how is that relationship? Do you guys like go to church? Do you guys like read the Bible? How is your relationship with God? Or do you just more so just do like the Bible app? Or do you just kind of like worship in a different way? Do you have like little support groups? Like, I would love to know. And if you don't have a relationship with God, let me know too. I would love to know, because honestly, I felt like I've always been around God, but like, especially after I dealt with narcissistic abuse, that's when my relationship grew with God like a lot. And honestly, I'm grateful because, you know, having God in my life doesn't make life easier per se, but it just makes life worth living. And it gives you, like I said, that sense of peace and that sense of comfort, because you're like, oh, you know, like I got God on my side. Like God is with me. And like I said, I know people don't believe in it. Like, and I mean, and I don't judge, because my thing is that I've been around a person actually that told me that they were an atheist, and I did not judge that person at all. I did not. But to me, I kind of felt a lot of empathy and sympathy, because I'm like, I think you might be missing something, you know, like you don't know what you're losing out on, you know, if you don't have a relationship with God. That to me, I think that's really important for your life, like just essentials of life. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to have a relationship. Now, if you find that you don't, you know, again, that's your own prerogative. That's your own choice. Again, there's no judgment on this channel. You know, this is just for people that are open to wanting to have a relationship with God, because I know there's some people that follow me that do believe in God, and that's great. And I know there's some people that follow me that don't believe in God. They may have different beliefs, and that's understandable. But on this channel is, I'm not a Christian, by the way, so I don't want you guys to think that I'm a Christian, but I'm a spiritual person, and I do have a relationship with God. And no, I don't go to church like how, you know, a lot of people do, but my relationship, I have a Bible app on my phone, so that helps. I did go to church growing up, but I found that sometimes religion can separate people, and that's not what I'm about. I don't want to separate anybody or anything. I just want, you know, if I've helped you in any way, or, you know, you've been coached by me, you know, I always just try to make sure. And even if you've read any of my books, you know, I talk a lot about God and how he's helped me in my life. And I always try to share that with other people, just to encourage them and help them to know, like, hey, you're not alone. I know you may have people around you that are like your family members, or that are your so-called friends, and they probably don't like you, you know, but the person that does like you is God. And that's, I mean, it can sound lonely because, you know, you can't see God or touch him, but it's just like, he's there. Like, he's there with us right now, even on his live, like he's with us now. And I just find so much comfort in that, so much peace, you know, to deal with the world, because living in this world is a lot. And that's why I really admire God. I really admire Jesus during that period of time, because it's like they overcame the world, you know, even though the world was crazy. And, you know, God created this universe, but it was just like they overcame it, you know, even if they lived in it, they're not of it. And that's honestly how I feel. I just be like, bro, like, I live in this world, but I'm not of it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if any of you guys feel that way, but that's how I feel. But yeah, I just wanted to you guys gotta let me know what you think. So let's see what we got here. You said, I believe God loves everyone. He might not be happy with their choices, but yes, he does. And if you have a good heart, you mean people well, you know, you have good intentions. You're not out here trying to harm anybody. You're not out here trying to do magic or spell work and stuff like that. Yeah, God's gonna like look out for you. He's gonna have your best interests at heart, and you know, he's gonna really care about what's going on in your life. Because honestly, I feel like that was my biggest thing, because I remember like on my path when I first started making these videos, and just generally speaking, even before I started talking about narcissistic abuse, I felt like, you know, I wanted to get close to God. Like I knew that there was a God out there, but I just didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know how to get close. I didn't understand like what God could do for me. I didn't know what I meant to God. I didn't understand that. Do you get what I'm saying? And now I'm just like, wow, God, like I really see that you care about me. You do. And it's just like an unconditional love. Like, you get what I'm saying? I never really felt that from anybody in my life like that, even like from my parents, which I love my parents dearly. But, you know, sometimes, and parents do the best that they can. No parent is perfect, but sometimes they get caught up in the matrix. They get caught up in like, oh, you know, I got to go to work, I got to do this, and they're busy and they don't really get time to get to know their children. And sometimes that hurts kids. You know, it hurts them because, you know, they're looking for that support from their parents they needed, you know. So any parents out there, love your kids, listen to them, talk to them, spend time, because that's all they want. They really just want your love. They really just want your attention. And that's what I see. I'm like, wow, like kids really just want to be loved. That's it, you know. So yeah, you said, Marcus, just go to the park every morning, 6 a.m. and watch how the sunrise. You will see God is where you can talk to him for sure. Yes. 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 Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, you guys, so it's really interesting. Like, and then, so the other thing was, I was thinking about, okay, so God cares. So just keep that in mind. So if you ever want to be like, well, Julie, like, tell me more about that. Also, you guys know you can book a session with me if you ever want to learn more about, you know, having a relationship with God, and also just, you know, learning more things about how to heal from narcissistic abuse. You guys know you can reach out to me. You can go to my website and you can learn more about that. But as far as the narcissists and the beautiful thing about God and the indigenous aboriginal, hey girl, good morning. Yes, God be the glory. God be the glory, y'all. And the thing is I'm not a preacher. I don't want you guys to think that I'm a preacher, because I'm not. I'm just a person that just had, you know, connections with narcissists, unfortunately. And I've just been an individual that, you know, has came to like talk about what I've gone through. And, you know, I used to be the type of person where I used to care about what people thought about me, but you really have to get to a point where you just don't care. Like, I feel like, you know, you have really begin to overcome this world where, you know, you're just really independent of what people think about you, and you only care about what God thinks. Now, of course, you can begin to care about what people that support you and love you. Yeah, of course you care about what they think, but any like hater or a jealous person, you don't care about what they think because they're jealous, right? Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, you don't really care about stuff like that. But yes, I was thinking about, you know, God and how he'll show you visions. So let's just say, you know, you're a person, you know, you mind your business, you don't bother people, you know, and, you know, some people may not like you for a certain reason, or they may be jealous or envious or whatever the case may be. And maybe you decided to cut that person out of your life, and maybe you're like no longer in contact with that person. Because I actually had this vision, y'all. I had this dream. And this was actually about a person that I was friends with for 10 years, y'all. I was friends with this person for 10 years. And, you know, people will show their true colors and stuff like that. But I had a dream that this person was trying to come back into my life. And, you know, a lot of people will try to, they'll leave your life and then they'll come back and try to make it seem like, oh, you know, I've changed, or, oh, you know, I'm sorry that I did this. But they're really not sorry. You know, a lot of times, you know, if people try to like betray you again, or they may try to lie to you or hurt you or whatever, if they did it once, I mean, more than likely, unfortunately, they'll do it again unless you've seen any changes. But the vision that I had was this person that, like I said, I went to high school with this person. We went to middle school together. And in the dream, like, you know, we like reconciled and stuff like that. And then in the vision, because God cares so much, the person was like, oh, I'm just trying to, I want to take this person with me so that way I can see them look bad or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's so crazy. So like, God's like warning me about that person. So like, if you have a relationship with God and God really cares about you and he really wants the best for you, then he'll warn you about people that may try to come back around and may have bad intentions. They may try to be like, oh no, like, you know, this is, everything is cool. But God will tell you, y'all, like, it's so crazy. Like, and sometimes it can be a little scary because you'll be like, bro, like, why would that person be that evil? You be thinking like, why are you so evil? But it's just like, unfortunately, that's the way of the world. That's some people are just like that, and it's like you don't have any control over that. You only have control over yourself and your behavior. You get what I'm saying? So y'all, let me know, have y'all ever had an experience like that? If God tried to warn you about a person in your dreams. I know a lot of you guys probably have had dreams about the narcissist, you know, and maybe God was trying to warn you. I know you said God is good. Yes, he is. And I truly do love him. He's truly the best. He's truly amazing. And all the mothers out there, do you guys have any special plans for Mother's Day coming? And Mother's Day and Father's Day, are you guys looking forward to that? And y'all, make sure that you do try my sugar scrub. Make sure that you pamper yourself this Mother's Day. You can get a special savings on that. I'm thinking about doing 10%. I could do 10% on my services for this month for the mothers, and the fathers will do that special. So y'all, if y'all want to try out any of my products and my services, you'll get a 10% discount. So yes, y'all check that out for sure. You say you're going to church with your mother. So yeah, but like I said, just having those visions. So I guess what all I'm trying to say is, you know, you really just want to make sure that you listen to God. You listen. You gotta listen. And you know, it's not easy, right? It's not easy because the thing is, let's say if you go through something in life, you may have, you may want advice from other people. You want to be like, oh, you know, like this happened to me, da 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 da. You know, what do you think? This and this and that. And it's okay to get advice from other people, but you know, it's always good to listen to God, y'all. I'm telling you, it's worked every single time. Like when you put your trust in God, like I'm telling you, like he will lead you in the best direction. Y'all know like how y'all might be like, oh, well, I want this, I want that. And then let's say if you want something and it don't work out, you got to remember that it didn't work out for the best because God was probably protecting you from something or someone that you don't know, that it could have been trying to like set you up or try to like, you know, embarrass you or try to like get you caught up or whatever. So you got to remember that God has your back, even though like you may have people watching you on YouTube and they don't like you, but they still watch you. And you be like, why are you watching me if you don't like me? Like, go on somebody else's page. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? Like, why would you watch a person and you don't like them? Like, I know if I don't like a person, which I don't have that in me because I'm just like, bro, like I'm not watching anybody that I don't like because that's just a waste of time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't get it. I guess a lot of people have too much time on their hands, I guess. And I guess they need to get a life and do something else. But yeah, it's just crazy to me though. Like God, I just find comfort, a lot of peace. And, you know, practicing gratitude and just being grateful and just being in the moment, being present in the moment, you know, trying your best not to focus on the past, you know, trying your best not to focus on the future, but being in the moment and realizing that, yeah, like God got this taken care of. Like you don't have to do anything. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. And y'all know I said this before, and thank y'all for the like. I've said this before, is that God will fight your battles, right? You may have people that's like trying to beef with you, right? Or you may have people that's like, they hate you, right? You may have people that's jealous of you, that's envious, that's a hater, like a real big hater, but they watch you every day, right? And it don't matter. You know why? Because God is with you. There's nothing that nobody or anyone can do that God won't protect you from and that God won't save you from. And I'm realizing, I'm like, oh, okay, God, it's okay, cool. All right, so as long as I got my God with me, I'm good. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yes. He said. So yeah, I love it. Like, but yeah, I hope that this helps somebody. And I don't know, maybe this that's not the intent, y'all. But I mean, I just love God, and I want to share my love of God with you all. Even though if there's a hater in a room, that's fine. I mean, I guess that comes with it too. Like, you know, if you're on this path, you know, like you got to understand that you're going to have people that love you, and you're going to have people that's going to hate you. And that's okay. You have to be okay with that. And that's something that I've learned to accept. I'm like, it's okay. It's no big deal. You know, it is what it is. Jesus had people that hated him. God has people that hate him. So if you are on this journey, especially after dealing with a narcissist, you know a narcissist is going to hate you. You know that. Like, you know, they're going to have their minions and they followers and stuff like that believe their lies. Because, you know, the only thing the narcissist does is lie. So you already know that. But it's like, it is what it is. It's all good, you know. You have to accept it. It is what it is, right? So anyways, but I would just say, you guys, listen to what God is telling you. You may have prayers. You may be asking God for stuff. You may be asking God to reveal people's intentions towards you, and God will reveal it. And you might be like, oh, no, I don't want to believe it. Oh, that's not true. It's true, y'all. It's true. And I mean, and that's why I love God too, is because I've always said this before, is that God can see people's hearts. You can't see a person's heart, because the heart is inside of their body. The heart, people can hide how they really feel about you for a long time. It'll come out, and it's good. But God can see it. God can see it. And that's what I really admire about God, because if it's pretty or ugly, God, he'll show it to you regardless. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's up to you to kind of like accept it for what it is. Like, you get what I'm saying? And just kind of move on and just let it go, and don't take it personal. It's just like, okay, it comes with the territory. You're going to have people that love you. You're going to have people that hate you. I would just say, focus on the people that love you. Who cares what a hater says? Like, they're not paying your bills. So why would you care? Like, you get what I'm saying? Only thing they're doing is giving you views. So it's like, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. Thanks. Appreciate it. So, but anyways, you guys, make sure you practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. That's going to help you with your recovery. Practice being in the moment. Practice acceptance. Accept things that you can't change. Practice feeling good. Like, and I'm going to share with you guys this video. Jake Duce, you guys check him out. He's actually really good. Jake Duce, he talks about, because sometimes the narcissist could try to upset a person, or they may try to get people angry. And this just may not be a narcissist, but this could be anyone, and generally speaking, right? Somebody could be having a bad day and they want to take it out on you. What I love about Jake Duce is he said that, you know, an angry person gets angry because they feel like they have to be right. And I felt that. I was like, oh, that makes sense. So you, on the other hand, you may feel like you have to be right, but it might be better to just want to feel good versus being right. Because a person that wants to be right, they have a point to prove. Now, when you don't have a point to prove, then you're free. But if your mind, you're like, no, I gotta be right. No, this happened. I gotta do something. Then you're gonna be stuck, because you're gonna feel like that, and you're gonna be bitter. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna be mad for a long time, and you don't want to be like that. Life is too short. Like, you don't want to live like that. You get what I'm saying? So don't. And again, I never tell people what to do. Only thing I'm sharing is, like, you know, if you want some advice to help you let go of grudges, help you let go of bitterness, anger, and of course it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, of course, right? But I just wanted to let you guys know that it's okay to not be right all the time, right? It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to mess up. But when you constantly have a point to prove and you have to be right, then that's where you mess up, because nobody is always right. Nobody, you get what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to remember that and keep practicing gratitude, keep focusing on yourself, keep focusing on healing, because like I said, the more, you heal, the less the narcissist can have an effect on you, because the narcissist likes to target people that are unhealed. They like to target people that are in a low vibration like themselves, right? So if you are healing, you're doing your recovery, then the narcissist, they're not going to be able to get anything out of you. So they're going to have to go to another supply and or another victim, right? So just keep that in mind. But anyway, I love you guys always. I will see you guys in the next video. It's a beautiful day out here today. Are you guys doing anything on this Sunday today? What do you guys have planned? Are you guys relaxing? What are you guys doing today? So anyway, I love you guys. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye, guys.